I was hoping you'd come by. Good sir, drinks for my friend and I. Alas, I am a little short. A halfling joke I've heard a lot. Might you be a kindly sort and pay for these, since I cannot?
What? Yeah, sure. Here you go, good sir.
Poetry, the food of love. Words both fair and true. Tell me, friend, do you enjoy hearing a verse or two?
'Tis no lie, I do enjoy a rhyme. To versify. You do it all the time?
Well, all have heard of your recent success in epic tales. But me, I hope to go deeper, learn some new details. I hope to share your life in full, from start to current day. The inside scoop, a true tell-all. So, what do you say?
I know not much of my start. But sure, I'll share the latter part.
Let's start at the dawn of your life. You were a babe in arms. Your parents, were they kind to you, or did they do you harm?
Of my parents, naught I know. My mentor did his best by me, though.
Sweet living parents make for poor ballads, it's sad to say. If they were good, perhaps they died in some cruel, tragic way?
As I said, I could not know. They sold me to a traveling show.
Yes, I see. Understand. I simply do my best to write compelling openings. Please don't be distressed. When you were young, did others tease you, bully you, poor dear? Or were you much beloved, or source of other children's fear?
A gladiator's life is tough. But I gave as I got, well enough.
Now, many heroes of the past had destinies, it's said, born beneath a prophecy or curse upon their head. At first, did you believe that you were meant for greater stuff? Some auspicious dream or even wish would be enough?
Although my life was hard, it seemed, to ride a dragon is my dream.
I can work with that. Let's jump a bit ahead. How long was it before you left your home and childhood bed?
By all the time I was alive, I was sold away by the age of 5.
When you went, how did you feel? Joy or some malaise? Did you hightail it out of there? Reflect with wistful gaze?
If I had my choice, I would have stayed. But I went as they said, though I felt betrayed.
Now is the part in any tale where you'd have learned your trade. You must have had some teacher, trainer, some to give you aid. If not, please dig. Your victories were fated. Every hero has a mentor, even if exaggerated.
As you say, a teacher is a must. My mentor was the famed John Rust.
What would you call the greatest lesson learned during this time? What skill or understanding would you take into your prime?
A savage thrust will kill, you know, but slashing makes for a better show.
And when you now reflect, how do you feel about that stage? Do memories warm your heart, or do they fill you up with rage?
Sometimes good and sometimes bad. Moving on is always sad.
Some youths, you know, will look to ballads as they plan what's next. Should we then encourage them to follow in your steps?
No and 10 times not. Be happy, youths, with what you've got.
When did violence start to rear its head? Struggle and strife? Tell me, what's the first fight that you won in your whole life?
My first win that was worth a damn. I downed an orc with a shield slam.
Nature has a balance, so each win must have a cost. Tell me also of the first battle you ever lost.
I'll tell you of the first 4 score. John Rust one-shot me across the floor.
Now, I must describe you, how your features are designed, so listeners can picture our bold hero in their mind. Great poets can bring imagery to bear with every line. Describing you will surely help my skills in this field shine. What color would you call your eyes? For then I could compare their lucid depths to molten honey, spring leaves, or stoneware.
Sometimes hazel, sometimes brown.
How would you describe your build? A rippling muscled mass? Shapely curves, or towering high? A slender blade of grass? We needn't worry quite so much about accuracy. The goal is just to make you sound like quite a sight to see.
More tall and muscular than short and round.
Now, say a fan who loves my work should happen into you. Might you have a catchphrase or a banner they might view? How could they recognize you if they stumbled across your path? So they could have a portrait made or get an autograph.
Considering how I left the show, I'd rather they not, you know?
You should really prepare yourself for fame to come your way. My ballads, well, they top the charts. At least, they will someday. I hear you've lately had a victory of great renown, but every bard will sing of that. I would dig further down. Please think of some past venture that will never leave your mind, that's shaped you, that your memory just cannot leave behind. Victory or tragedy, yes, either will suffice. Winning's good, but it's dramatic if you pay a price. Set the scene. What triggered this adventure at the start? Seeking revenge, some artifact? What made you first take part?
How his venture ere begun? Coin on the table to get it done.
Now it's time to introduce the villain of the tale. Who stood between your party and your goal, hoping you'd fail?
Kobolds, goblins, orcs, and men. We knocked them down once and again.
And why did they oppose you? What did your foe have to gain? Could they be sympathetic, or do they want to cause pain?
Above my pay grade, that would be. I cut 'em down and collect my fee.
Now, how did your opponent look? The visuals are something many poets overlook. I hope they had some facial hair. A villainous goatee? Perhaps all right they had one. It makes them sound beastly.
By the time I look into their eyes, I see but fear, as death they realize.
I'll share with you a secret, known to writers truly skilled. There must be stakes. Your reader has to think you might be killed. What weakness do you have that might have caused you to be beat? What could have ruined everything and brought on your defeat?
I will stand though I may fall, that my comrades live through strife and all.
Now, for the final moments, the dramatic ending scene, I must invoke your senses. What was felt and heard and seen. What can you still remember from the moments at the end? The scent of smoke? The dying wheeze of one you once called friend?
The end comes when I strike off his head. It always ends the same.
Whew, I really think this poem's headed for acclaim. Soon every hall and tavern will be ringing with my name. I mean, your name. Now, it needs a title. Something noble, something grand. Do you have a better name? Something not quite so bland? Some call me Clover Honeytongue. Not many, but still some. By what such name would you be known, if you had such a one?
In the ring they called me Dead. Felton Deadbrook is the name.
Well, this has been delightful. I'm sure this tale will wow. This will be great exposure. Truthfully, you owe me now. I often take commissions, yet I'm writing yours for free. Make sure to tell your friends, in case they'd like such a story. Wait, is that the guard? I actually have to go. I just realized I'm very late for something very important. Goodbye. Must fly.